And welcome to She Shays with Jill. I'm going to try to make it through this video. I still am not feeling well. I relapsed, and yesterday when I talked to the doctor, he put me on some more medication. He's given me a full 14 days of prednisone to take, which I don't like prednisone. He's not going to do another antibiotic, but he's doing that. I still have, my head feels like there's hammers all over it from fluids that I have in my head behind my ear. So the prednisone is help my chest. I haven't been having a productive cough, and it's been helping do that. My x-ray showed no pneumonia, but if I do not improve in 3 days, the doctor is throwing my ass in the hospital. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed and doing a lot of praying. So anyway, tonight's video is going to be a razor review. And let me start with the soap I'm going to be using first. And that is going to be Holy Cow Chypre Rose Concerto. Now it's very citrus top notes in it, lime, and it has a lot of beautiful florals in it. And it has an amber heart. Now, then you move into the base of oak moss, musk, and patchouli, which makes it nice and sweet and woody. And this is a tallow and goat milk soap, and it's a perfume classification. Now, Holy Cow won the 2017 Artisan of the Year award. So that just goes to show you how good their soaps are. So that is what I'm going to be using for tonight's soap. The brush I'm going to be using is my West Coast Shaving Silvertip Badger. Nice gel tips on it. I've had it soaking, and I've had the, I did prep my face with 3 minutes of hot washcloth compresses on it, but I'm going to wet my face again as I was setting up. And I did wash my face with Neutrogena Glycerin Facial Bar, so that's kind of a pre-shave. But I did bloom this soap. There's not much water left in it, so I will not waste that. And I will put that bloom water on there. Oh, that smells wonderful off the puck, especially after it's bloomed and it starts letting those oils and everything come up to the surface. I love the florals in this. Oh, anyway, you don't want to spend 5 minutes watching me sniff my soap. So there's that. I'm just going to dip a little bit of my brush in there. A lot of people are going to shorter soaking times on their natural hair brushes lately and saying that they like it better. So I didn't do my usual 10-minute or longer soak on this. I just did like a minute. So let's see what that does. I'm not going to be doing a bowl lather. I'll be doing a face lather. So it's already loaded up quite well. And Holy Cow loves water. I'm going to add a little water to this. And a little bit more to the inside of the brush. Okay, so that's quite a nice load. So let's get lathering. Oh, it smells so good. lay down a base of a little painting. And let's add some drops of water to the brush. Try to get it to go translucent, which good luck doing holy cow translucent, right? Look how creamy that already is and how shiny it already is. Still very pasty, so like I said, it is a very thirsty soap. Now, the razor I'm going to be using tonight and showcasing is a new one to me, and it is the RazoRock Game Changer, and mine is the 0.68 blade gap, and it is CNC machined, marine grade 316L stainless steel. And remember, it's not a mirror finish. They deburr it to keep the tolerances using a vibration type method. So if you want to get a polished look on it, you will have to do that yourself. But be careful and don't mess up the tolerances. Okay, that's done there. Now, as far as the razor goes, I have the one with the radio knob on it, and this is 12 millimeters by 85 millimeters tall, and it weighs 2.7 ounces. And the blade I'm going to be using in it, which I haven't used yet. Now, let me tell you this, forgot to preface it by the fact that I have been using this razor for about a week and a half during the times that I don't do a shave video on my legs and face. So I've tried a multitude of soaps, mostly good soaps because I wanted to give it a chance, and good blades. Now, this is a new to me blade, and it's going to be the Kai, which is supposed to be a very sharp, come on, if I can get it out of the packet. Oh, my hands are wet. Oh, come on. All right. So I'm going to be using the Kai double-edged blade, and that is stainless steel. So let's unwrap this, and it is only single wrapped. And it has absolutely no markings on it whatsoever. None. But the good thing about this, did you happen to notice? Not one glue bud. Nada. Nothing. So, the way you do this is the top cap, which in a lot of razors you will have the studs from here. But this one's a little bit different. They're in the base plate. So you lay that on the base plate for safer loading. You load it on the base plate first, and then you take the top cap and put that on, thusly, and then the handle. Now, the Game Changer is supposed to be an aggression that is above, at this 6.8 blade gap, it's supposed to be at an aggression that is higher than the Edwin Jagger 89 or the Mercure 34C, but it's supposed to be a premium razor at an inexpensive price. It's under $50. So I have found that the blade gap and the angle is not as intuitive as most of my good razors are. So it was a disappointment for me there. So let's see what it does tonight. Let's re-wet this again. And I've had friends say the same thing, that the blade gap, it's a learning curve. So let's get the razor hot, and let's go. Already I can tell this Kai is nice and sharp. And I can witness it just by feeling that. Nice. I found that I almost have to just ride the cap on this one. And I'm taking shorter strokes than usual because this is a new blade to me and it's sharp. So I don't want to do any damage to my body. And here's my trouble area. I'm anxious to see what this Kai does in that area. I don't usually like to do this after I've only gone over half my face and not even a full pass on it yet. But I'm immediately in love with this Kai blade. I might have to look at getting a full sleeve. And let's move over here to the other side. Get my little fuzzies up here. So did anybody do their homework? You were supposed to be talking to female friends, mothers, sisters, girlfriends, lovers, whatever, females that shave, and ask them, say, I don't want this to be offensive. This is for research. Ask them if they shave anywhere in their face. And if you get an honest answer, you'll find out a lot of women do. It helps our makeup go on better. It doesn't give you DE wet shaving, doesn't give you ingrown hairs as much as a cartridge razor. And there are certain hormonal imbalances that women have. You've heard me talk about it. Okay, so I'm not going to overshave because this is a new razor to me, but that feels awfully damn good. I think I am in love with this Kai blade already. Hold on, I'm going to rinse off, don't go away. This holy cow, I'm so used to, at the beginning, everybody was calling it holy cow, and I was so used to everybody pronouncing it that way until the company corrected people and said, no, it's holy cow. So sometimes I slip back into it and I call it holy caw. Get some more soap here. Oh, the scent on this is amazing. I love the florals in it. But it's right on top of the sandalwood and the frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, rose. cedarwood, musk, and amber. Oh, it's just so pleasant. And it's performing quite well. I can see why they were the winner of the award. Now for the second pass, I don't usually like to go really thick. But I just need to have this. Put a lot of soap on my face because it's so creamy, protective. Now, okay, snot track, lips. Okay, second pass. Let's get closer to the earlobe. And there is no overhang whatsoever on this, so you don't have to worry about that. That's another great thing about that. You can get right up in there. Ah, now see, my angle was too high, and I could feel that. So I am not crazy about the angle that you have to use on this. I could stop here. Now it does give a good shave. I just don't like how it's not intuitive to find and keep the angle. All right, I'm getting sloppy with this now. Let's rinse off and do a follow-up pass with my usual buffing. So, boy, I got a lot of things in the queue to be doing next. I have another razor to talk about, and that was sent to me by Trevie B. And I was so proud that he chose me to do his random act of generosity. And it is the Focus Dynamic from Italy. It's a little hard to use. He had issues with it, but mostly because he has such a thick beard, and it's a mild razor. You really have to press on your face with it, which is, you know, we've tried to break ourselves of that habit, right? A little bit more water. We've tried to break ourselves of that, but with this one, you have to push. It's got a pivot head on it, and it's a single edge. and it uses a half blade. Look at that soap. That soap is just marvelous. I'm just having too much fun with this soap. Okay, Joel, knock it off. Clear the snot track. All right, we're just going to do touch-ups on my problem areas. And I'm going to go this way, which these hairs grow weird in my trouble spot. They grow this way, and some of them go down. And this one is the same way. It grows this way, and some of them down. So this is actually, if I went like this, it would be a with the grain. So what I initially did here was kind of an across the grain. So anyway, I am going to go this way this time against the grain. Yeah, that nailed that really well. Wow, I'm impressed by this Kai blade. It's really getting good in here. This is where I have a problem because I have the dip here and then my chin. And sometimes it's hard to get all of this hair in here. But this razor is doing quite well on that. Huh, that's interesting. I don't have a whole bunch of hair on here, but the little fuzzies bug me when they're down here. So let's get the fuzzy area, and let's get up close to the ear on those fuzzies. That's baby butt smooth. Oh, there's the, I lied. All right, so same thing on this side. Take it really slow with this Kai. This gives you a lot of feedback, so you know that it's cutting, and then when it goes a little silent, you know you've hit BBS. Okay, now let's dip down for that. Okay, and let's go against the grain. Ever so slowly, feeling for that one little stray hair. It's like the hunt for Red October here. Where's Sean Connery when you need him? All right, let's get those fuzzies. Let's get the fuzzies up there. This side's harder for me to get all of them. Should be using my left hand. Okay, one more time up here. Feel around. Ooh, I lifted off and I hope I didn't gouge myself. Don't see any blood yet. Which, when you're on prednisone, yeah, I do. When you're on prednisone, it's easy to cut yourself. That's why I don't like it. And you bruise easily. Okay, I'm going to rinse off because that's a BBS, and I'll be right back. I might have to use alum on that. Actually, I'm going to use alum anyway, just to test out, because I already know that the post-shave feel on Holy Cow is fantastic. I mean, it's hard to beat any soap to beat the post-shave feel. So I'm still going to put alum on to check my shave. Okay, now my cold water rinse. Sorry I'm not so chatty tonight, but I'm just so out of it, everybody. All right, let me get my alum. Where's my alum block? There it is. It's my RazoRock alum block. My face is already got cold water on it. Put some cold water on the alum block. And let's have a feel around. Ooh. That's a close shave. And right there where it was bleeding, not too bad though. But I am definitely getting feedback. So I did have a close shave. Nothing that is sending me through the roof, but I sure can feel that alum. Okay, calming down. Hopefully it stops the bleeding here and I don't have to use a Styptic pencil. Right there where I caught my lip. Okay, make sure you always dry off your alum stick bar because it will disintegrate on you. Let it air dry. I have some alum blocks that I bought from India, and they were shit. They didn't give me much feedback at all. I could use, you know, a good alum block, and it would give me decent feedback. And those ones I bought from India were shit. They were cheap. That's why, because they're shit. So never again, just to save a few bucks, you know what I mean? All right, let's... Ooh, yeah, it's bleeding still. Let me get my Styptic pencil. I did not cut myself like that on camera. All right, get that wet. It's not really stinging either. But it's hard to get my blood to stop bleeding. My blood to stop when I'm bleeding with the prednisone on. I had a very serious illness, Cushing syndrome, and my adrenal gland was pushing out too much of it. That's why I don't like prednisone, because having Cushing's is like prednisone times 50. And if I shaved my legs and got the least little bit of cut, it would take me about an hour to get it to stop bleeding. And that's very dangerous, because if you get a really bad cut, that's not good. All right, for the rest of the post shave, I am going to use Witch Hazel with the rose petal, which is appropriate for the scent notes in the soap. My holy cow. The Chypre Rose Concerto. Oh, this is a new one, so I haven't taken off this blister top. Oh, great. First, the blades don't want to cooperate. Now my Thayers rose doesn't want to. Okay, I'll screw it. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm gonna use the other Thayers. It's got lavender in it, so it's still got floral scent. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Improvise and go with the flow. Not everything goes as planned as we like them to. But you adjust. You don't have a nervous breakdown over it. Stopping? I think it is. Okay, for the second part of the post shave, I'm using what's in this tub. And what is in this tub was kind of another disappointing thing. I have several of the PAA star jellies, and this particular one is the Red Planet. Now, the jar that they come in is a totally different plastic than their aftershaves and stuff like that. It's this hard, weird thing. And all I did was drop it from the sink level to the floor. And it's not hard tile. It's, you know, not hard tile at all. And it totally cracked it. So, I had to put it in here. Now, what I do like about Star Jelly is the features of it, because it's like an aftershave and a balm mixed up in one. So, oh, it's the best of two worlds there. Now, this one does have the sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, rose, musk and amber and cedarwood, so the scent goes perfectly with the soap and the witch hazel, and it has a really nice feel to it. It smells good. Did I miss anything? No, I think I'm done with my post shave. Let's get that stud back in there. Okay, so let's do a recap. Tonight, I used the Chypre Rose Concerto by Holy Cow. And again, it's a perfume classification. And it's a tallow and goat milk. And it's a wonderful scent. I loved it. It whipped up great. You saw that. It's very protective. It's very glidey. It's got fantastic post-shave feel to it. And the star of the show was the RazoRock Game Changer. Would I call it a game changer? No. Was it worth $50? Yes. But the angle, like I said, it's not intuitive to hold and maintain the angle on it. But it's worth having. It does have a serialized number on the bottom. So that's really nice. And it has GC, RazoRock GC68P, standing for the 6.68 gap, and it's made in Canada, and your own serialized number. So the brush I used was my West Coast Shaving Silvertip Badger. Great brush. You can see there's all kinds of soap in there still. I can go do my legs with that. And let's see, post shave, I used the RazoRock Alum bar because I did cut myself, and I used the Styptic pencil also. I then used Thayers Witch Hazel with lavender in it. I used the PAA Red Planet Star Jelly that comes in insufficient packaging. I do not like it. Change the plastic in those, please, with sandalwood, frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, rose, and cedarwood, and musk and amber. So that's it. I'm going away. I'm going to go eat dinner. I haven't even eaten dinner yet. So I'm going to eat dinner because I got to have something in my tummy when I take my next round of my my medicine. So I'm going to say good night to you guys. And don't forget, I'll be doing that random act of generosity. I think I've got it narrowed down to the person I've chosen to give something from my den to. And I also, what's exciting is today I got my lot of 3 gem razors. I have never dived into that part of the rabbit hole of shaving, but I did. So on eBay, I got a lot of 3 of them. I got a 1912, I got a push button, and I have a G-bar. So I cleaned those all up tonight. I already have some blades that I purchased before it came, and I have another kind of blade coming too. Should be here Saturday. So that's what I got in the works coming up. So stay tuned, and we'll be doing a series on that also. And I'm stuck at 247 subscribers. We got to get me up to 300, because when I hit 300, I'm going to give something else away. So share with your friends, tell them about the channel. If you haven't already done it, subscribe to the station, like the video, share it, whatever. Hit the ding dong, make sure you know when I got my next video uploaded. So please do that. And I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for supporting my channel. You guys have been champs. The guys in the community have been standing behind me and supporting me so much. And I feel like just one of the boys. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight. And you have a great weekend coming up. And you know, I love you guys.